Hello everyone and welcome to the Kevin Kollins Show, the Week in Review here on WJOL.com. I'm Evan Bredesen. This is a new weekly video series we're going to be doing here on WJOL.com where we talk to our own Kevin Kollins from the Kevin Kollins Show every 3 to 6 here on WJOL. And we'll be talking to him about some of the big stories that happened during the week. Kevin, let's start with story number one, the big national story, Republican National Convention down in Tampa, Florida. Supposed to be a 4-day event, turned into a 3-day event because of Hurricane Isaac. Your overall impressions of how the event went?
I think overall it was a good convention for the Republicans. They had some, as most conventions, they had some really top-notch speakers, some in the middle and some that were below. But all in all, I thought they got their message across, especially to the Republican Party and possibly some of those independents. A convention like this, you're not going to convert really any Democrats, but your goal is to try to convert some of the independents. I thought it was a good convention for them.
Mitt Romney's speech. He got a little emotional at sometimes, something we haven't seen from Mitt Romney in the past. He's also been known in the past to not be the most dynamic speaker. Remember, during the original campaign, the primary campaign, Newt Gingrich was doing so well in those debates, he actually fired his debate prep team and hired a whole new one. And we kind of saw a different Mitt from that point on. Your impressions of Mitt Romney's speech trying to connect with the American people on a more personal level?
I think they did a good job with that. You know, Mitt, like you said, he's a little stiff, a little robotic. He gets of being a big businessman and not a personal middle-class guy. I thought they did a good job of making him appear, much more down to earth. Also, a lot of the speakers hit their beginnings as lower middle class and didn't start off as rich, and they really focused on mothers and women in this. I felt they really tried to reach out to a lot of women. Mitt talked about his mom, Marco Rubio talked about his mom, Paul Ryan talked about his mother, Condoleezza Rice talked about her mother. So mothers were a big part of this convention to really bring the women in to the Republican fold.
And then let's get to our last story. A more local story. It's made some of the Chicago press. It's our poll question on WJOL.com. The Plainfield Police Department requesting from the Plainfield School Board to have a rifle locked away in schools. The 3 schools the Plainfield Police Department protects, they want a rifle locked away somewhere in a safe location where a police officer could get to it if the worst of the worst happened. Very divided reaction. Some people are saying, this is fine, I'm okay with my kid going to a school that has a rifle locked away. Other parents, very negative reaction. They don't feel comfortable with it. They feel it's putting their children's safety at risk. Your thoughts?
It is, whenever you bring up weapons, it's a very divisive topic, and especially in school. Now, we're going with the assumption, I haven't seen the plan from the Plainfield Police Department, but you've got to go with the assumption that these rifles are going to be locked away, secured in a room. I would assume in some sort of safe. It is, when you have a shooting like that and you've got a shooter, a handgun many times, just unfortunately, is not the best weapon of choice. You're also making the assumption that if it is locked in an office, that the police officer on scene would be able to get to that office to get that long gun or that rifle. It's divisive. We're going to be talking about this a lot. I think this is going to become more of a national story as the national press focuses in on Little Plainfield and what they end up doing with rifles for police officers in schools.
Well, that's going to do it for the Week in Review. You can listen to the Kevin Kollins Show every Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 on 1340 WJOL. And check back here on WJOL.com every Friday afternoon where we'll have a new Week in Review video. Thanks a lot.